everything changed on StreamYard. I don't know how to do that. You gotta teach me, CB. You gotta teach me. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see you at one of the practices uh, during this training camp. Pretty sure I'm gonna see CB out there. Money, you're gonna go out there to some of the training camp.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Shit, I'm trying to be out there and like at least go to one, some public interviews or something.
Mhm. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna just play this. This is our new guard, the 6'7", 352 pound guy. He's just gonna talk about his time in Miami right now.
It's been pretty fun, been pretty intense. We've been working, especially in the trenches, going at it day in and day out. And I feel like we're definitely building off each other right now, and I feel really great. Going into this weekend and getting our bodies back right. This next 48 hours, so we're ready for practice again on Sunday.
How do you see NFL practice is different from college, especially with Coach Athley, who's
Yeah,
working a lot of 11 on 11
yeah.
teams?
All I've been seeing is these guys. They don't play around. They fast. They're physical, but it's really about the mental part. It's not way faster than college or anything like that. It's not like too overwhelming. But what these guys are doing with their technique, especially like Sealer, who's been doing this for a long time. I mean, it's good for me to go against him because I'm learning a lot. How to keep my head out in pass pro and not give him my arm because he's really good at grabbing the arm and pulling himself through. So that's what I've seen.
What did you learn on that last play?
Um, you just gotta stay engaged. That's the biggest thing.
You know what I said about him?
But
I said he'd be the perfect security guard.
a bodyguard or something like a fucking bouncer, club
Yeah,
bouncer.
a cub bouncer. You know that
Yeah,
might
they
be
all
his,
be. That's
yeah,
what
that
they all
might be
do.
his
If you
job
don't
off
make
the
it,
field. You never know.
bro, if you don't make it in life as a NFL or NFL or D lineman, 9 times out of 10 they always try to get into security, bro, because they be like already big as fuck. So they
Yeah,
are just getting paid to walk around and push people around.
man, his arms the size of a leg, bro.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
size of my leg, man.
They
yeah.
dialed it up pretty well. The defense did, and they won the competition. But that's all it's about: competition. Having fun, going out there, and we can learn from that play. We'll get to it in the film room.
Is there any advice you've gotten from the other alignment about how to deal with this heat, just the general fitness down here in South Florida for the rest of the year?
I haven't really asked too much. I mean, coming from Bama, it's kind of similar. So I kind of know how to take care of that. It's all about the preparation before. If you're not prepared to come out here in the heat, then you're gonna die. But um, I mean, whether it's electrolytes, Pedialyte, water, just chugging and chugging and chugging. Um, even if you have to wake up a little earlier, just to start that hydration process. But it's really about the night before. You gotta push it the night before. So.
What's that specific look like? How many gallons of water you drink?
Mm, I drink. I don't drink just water. Like just water is not gonna like cut it for you. You gotta have a lot of sodium too. So the right stuff packets. You know, different things like that. But I mean, gallons of
Mhm.
liquid, two at least. Like for how bug I am, it's got to be two.
You're not a pickle juice guy.
I love pickle juice, but I don't really cramp too
I know
much,
that's
and that's
it. Pickle juice.
kind of what they use that for. So
That's a classic right there, pickle juice. Yeah, when I was cramping,
Yeah.
I had to look for the closest pickle juice. There's no like, or with oranges. That was another one.
Can you describe what it was like being there in the room when Aaron signed his contract extension?
um, it was a great experience, for me, especially coming in here and seeing the guys before me that are really doing it big. And he's an all pro type of guy. Just signed his contract. I'm proud of him, and he deserves that. He's one of the best leaders that I could have around me right now, and I'm blessed to be in the room with him and blessed that he asked me to come in there. I feel like that's very special, and that just kind of talks about the bond that we have.
If Aaron Brewer is that good at this current point, what you think he's gonna teach? Caden Proctor.
Mm.
He's gonna help Caden Proctor become at least average going into his first year. It feel like the NFL game is not too big for him currently. Like he's gonna be able to withstand, a guy that's the same weight and faster than you. I feel like he's gonna be able to handle it.
Since you look to learn from either him or Pat Ball on the other side?
Um, I would say just staying consistent. Like those guys, you don't really see them lose too much. Like they're out there doing their job, and in the film room, like you see their notebook. I'm just notes and notes and notes in the film that like the preparation that you have to put into this is what I've been seeing from them.
Cade, what has been the adjustment the snaps in the
I would say everything's a little closer. So I got to get my hands up, get ready to go. I was a big clamper in college. I'm a big guy, kind of letting guys. I wouldn't too scared to let somebody get their hands on me because if I have my power hand, my right hand, and I got left hand outside on the shoulder tip, then that's kind of how I won my pass pro reps. But now it's like, hey, I got to get a strike off. I got to get a strike off because everything's happening way quicker in there.
For the future, right tackle. Is this helping you?
I would say so. I mean, you got to be able to play all five positions, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. Um, really just focusing on where I'm at right now, and if I move out the tackle or whatever, so be. I feel like I'll be ready for it. But for right now, it's guard. And that's one.
I think he's gonna be able to play guard and tackle in the near future,
Yeah.
but they're gonna keep him at whatever they think he's gonna be the best at. If he ends up being like an all pro guard, they're gonna keep him at guard. But if he ends up being average at guard, I think they move him to tackle to see if he could be an all pro tackle. If he can't be an all pro tackle, they're gonna move him back to guard because his body structure is better suited for a guard than a tackle. Because with tackle, you're dealing with a lot of speed, and with him, it looked like he could take a lot of power. In regards to like a bull rush, he got a good anchor, good size legs to withhold a bull rush. So he seemed like he's gonna be a very very good guard for the team. But if he does okay, then like they say they're gonna move him to tackle. But if he does well at guard, then we just gonna have to keep him at guard.
Focus on.
How smooth would you say the transition to guard has been?
I feel like it's been pretty good. I feel like I've been taking it very serious. I'm out there. We're competing every day, and like if I'm not doing my 111, then nobody's gonna get better. Like I gotta push Sealer too. Even though I'm 21 years old, or young or whatever, like I still have to push him. He has to get better too.
21, 6'7",
Mm-hmm.
352
You
pounds.
probably like 6 feet in like middle school or something.
No, he was 6 feet out the womb.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So I gotta raise my level of play.
And does doubt ever creep in when a veteran does something? You're like, oh,
No.
why is that?
It don't ever creep in because I know and I've experienced this since I was 17 years old. You let a bad play linger, it's gonna keep going, and you're not gonna have the success that you want. So it's kind of putting it behind you. It's just like why that last play. I lost. I know that. I can accept that I'm gonna lose some reps, but it's about how you learn from it.
Is there a moment where you ask for more from a guy like Caesar? Hey, you know,
You don't gotta ask. You don't gotta ask from him. I mean, these guys are going full speed. I promise you. Like you can tell that there's no BS in this at all.
How excited are you for the pads?
Oh, very excited. I mean, as offensive linemen, we want the pads. It's easier for us to get up in there and grab. That's what we're trying to do. So it's gonna be fun, physical. It's gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a lot of competition.
It looked like you guys opened up some holes in the running game.
Mhm.
Longer runs. What do you think you guys had working in the run blocking game today?
I would say just being focused in, on the meetings, and into the install that was going in today. But the biggest thing that I've learned is you have to get off the ball, like using the snap count to your advantage. Um, and when I was, maybe the bad reps that I have, I'm thinking too much and I'm not taking off the ball, and that gives them enough time to put their hands on me. I have to get first significant contact. So
Final two.
Does it kind of shock you a little bit when you got Patrick Wall here for next to you?
Final two.
Does it kind of like
That's a good question.
wake you up a little bit? You see down there?
oh, it definitely raises the intensity because I know these guys are coming out there and giving it their all every play, and if I'm slacking, like they're going to get on me, and I don't want to let anybody down. So
Being the first draft pick of a new
Good
receiver,
answer.
do you take any pressure from that? How do you do that, or do you embrace it?
I mean, draft pick, whatever. I could not be playing right now. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing my job, so I'm really just trying to come in here and do my job. I mean, the draft pick. I mean, that's out the way. You know, there's a lot of undrafted guys out here that are working and working, and they're trying to take my spot. So, I'm just coming in here and focusing on all that. So,
Final
yeah.
question?
And Austin Jackson, another tackle who played a little bit of guard when he first got into the league. How have you picked his brain? What kind of advice
Yeah.
did you give him about how to make that transition?
Yeah. I would say we kind of hit it off already, you know, because he was also a young guy, so you know he kind of understood the struggles, you know, coming in here. Not too much struggles, but you know we're built for this. We're here for a reason. That's kind of what they've been telling me, and you know don't be afraid to mess up. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just go out there and give it your all. I mean, if you don't got the right assignment, at least get somewhere fast.
Hey, shout out to Caden Proctor. I have a feeling he's gonna be at least okay his first year. At least okay. I give him that. I wanted to listen to Dante Trader for a little bit, see what he got going on.
They established that after how much is on this roster. How do you take that?
Just using what I learned last year, especially from my ebb and flows in my season, and allowing my teammates to gain knowledge from that experience. If it's anybody in my room or the young vets young rookies that are in there, I've been through the similar things, the goods, the bads, the ugly, everything. I have a story to help them, mitigate their downfalls and their stresses, just to alleviate anything I could. So just using that, and then on top of the vets I was with last year and this year, using everything I can to help coach up, the guys next to me and everywhere in my position group.
Different position, but still in the secondary. Have you reached out to Chris Johnson at all in that way, or has he sought you out to discuss things?
All the time, from football, just schedule, body things, and maintenance, and schedules, and how do you study, everything like that. So I've helped CJ, and I've helped Tap, I've helped all the guys in my room with everything they need and they ask for, because they're really open. They don't have no ego, no pride. They openly ask anything, and we loved it, so we can help them.
What's the biggest piece of advice that
You use the talent that you got and that you got here with. I was going with Tap. I'm like, bro, you got a lot of instincts. You're a lot of smart. Let it go. Let it go. Don't over process. Don't over analyze, as smart safeties can do. Let's go make plays. And y'all see him now. I'm like, that's you. That's the Mook from Texas. Like, go play and go be that. We all gonna need that type.
Here's the thing that worries me about the safety. So we got two safeties. They're not on the bigger side, We go back to the safety list. Let's see how much they're right next to each other. One is 190, one is 202 pounds. So I don't know. I think we should get a bigger safety. I think Dante Trader fits that strong safety mode more than Taffy. But still, I would want somebody else at strong safety than Dante Trader. If you get what I'm trying to say. Maybe Lewis Moore is that guy, but he's not the biggest of guys. Lonnie Johnson, he's a big guy, 221 pounds, but we know what's been going on with that. Major Burns, it sounds like he's gonna be a good player. Major Burns, that sounds like a 5-star recruit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he came from LSU, 6'2", 207 pounds, just based off the name, the number, former school. It seemed like you're gonna be a good safety, but we gotta see it on the field. So let's get back to Dante Trader.
I'll play all year round.
I think it was 7 takeaways for that defense in the first 2 days. Man, what is it that you guys have been doing?
Man, I forgot. Low key thing. I got a job interview at 10.
Just being competitive. When you're competitive and near and all in the right windows, you're going to get takeaways. Whatever you emphasize, you're going to get out there. And we have a standard out in the meeting room. If we're going to run it, we don't get takeaways. We're going to emphasize it every day.
Oh, you going to stay on? Okay. I'm like, my interview shouldn't last that long, but I mean, shit, maybe I could stream that shit.
You got the link.
Right.
Let me play.
But I mean, I don't want to miss you reacting to the backyard stuff too. The backyard. Shit.
Maybe when I hop back on tomorrow, we'll see.
Oh yeah, we're gonna react to, or we could react to that tomorrow. Shit.
Yeah,
Shit, we on
I got
that.
to look through it tonight though too. But
Yeah, see what you want to watch and shit. Yeah. Tell me, bro, you gonna see some video? You be like, what the hell? But
all right,
nah,
but let's
you gonna.
continue.
Drills, like I said, what you emphasize shows up, and it's been showing up. And from the start of OTAs, where we're X's on the field, hey, we need you to be 10 by 12, top of the numbers. We need you to be 12 by 14 plus one of the hash. When you're there, the ball has to lift, tips and overthrows. That's
What do
what
you
you're
play,
seeing.
DB?
You're seeing competitive
You're
over
safety, right?
routes, dig routes.
Yeah.
So the instincts and the guys' playmaking abilities are showing through the roof.
But yeah, let me get ready. See you. How this shit gonna go? I'm gonna
Okay.
keep you
I would say
updated.
eyes on quarterback.
All right,
There's
bet.
a lot of eyes on
All right.
quarterback, and who gets paid the most, who's the most, key guy on the field. It's the quarterback. Who's the guy you don't want, and when you're on your own team to touch quarterback. So we having our eyes on the guy that's going to give us the ball. So just this system alone allows me to play top down, everybody on the string. As you see, we all 11 to the ball. We're going to close up the run game with our big guys up front and then our edge pressure on the edge. So just being able to close those lanes and then keep and limit explosive with cover 3 shells and posts, things like that.
Background, especially secondary, he has his way of coaching that unit. Is there anything technique-wise for you that's different than his defense?
I would say DB is DB. Everybody has their own spin, but I'll say just some more attention to detail for every coverage. And one thing about him, he's gonna have one way on the paper. He's gonna look at it, change the call. Let's see it on this way. Let's tweak it. He's changing it all the time to help it suit everybody on the field and whatever's gonna make us, stop the offense on that given day. So it's changing every day. So that's really the good part and tough part at the same time.
I feel like you grew in terms of how you watch tape from your rookie year to now. Like when you go back after practice and watch, is it easier for you to assess and kind of absorb what you did this week?
Yeah, I say now you're not learning, playbook and how to play in the NFL. Now it's learning, okay, now I can look at formations and quarterbacks and how I'm getting attacked versus did I line up right? Did I execute this job right? Now it's just again, like you can see, okay, this being a step wide or a step late, or when I get 2 by 2 extra reduced, I know I'm gonna get this type of action with this backfield alignment within 2nd and 8. You know what I'm saying? So now you can see all those pictures in the game. You go out there on the field, and next time you look at the sticks, look at the formation, you can process and be easier than versus let me just line up and be correct. You know what I'm saying? That was last year. Now I can just process everything that I'm seeing.
Okay, that gotta mean that you're gonna make more plays out there. Simple as that. Gotta make more plays, especially with this year. We have no safety in the backfield to help us out. No safeties. No safety. We're relying on you, Trader. We're relying on you this year. So hopefully you or Taffy could be that solidified safety number one, just so everybody else could fall into place.
I know you did a good job last year with just kind of picking the brains of all the vets. Are you still doing that? I know your leadership role has kind of changed, but are you still finding ways to still improve yourself?
Yeah. So this offseason, I was with Jordan Brooks. Whenever Jordan Brooks was, I was over his house every day. We doing 2 days. We training. We had a plan for everything in our game. Our techniques, our run fits, our striking, our shedding pose. And when we make plays, we laugh now. It's like we've been working on that. Like we've been doing that. So we've been with each other. So he's been giving me the keys to the league. He's all pro. He's had advice over the years. He's given me things to help me speed up my process. He's like, hey, look, Trade, like, I wish I knew this year too. I wish I knew this and did this. So, and then you see it on the field. When me and him are not in the right spot, we demanding from each other, and it's the same vice versa. And you've seen that today on one of those plays.
I think this is the first time you got to see him run in practice. What kind of
I like the fact that he's connecting with Jordan Brooks to get better. Not a lot of safeties gonna do that right there. Not a lot of safeties gonna do that right there, for sure.
So when you have the threat of a quarterback, you extend plays. Covering for 3 seconds is hard it is. So imagine covering for 6 seconds with Malik being able to run and gun it. So now you're seeing them. We got to plaster. We got to work on plaster drills. And even now when you got the Q pulls and the pull reads and read schemes, like you're gonna need the post safety. You're down one, so that creates a lot of problems. For the back end. What are you gonna call? So if you call certain calls, run the ball. you got to stack the box and account for certain guys, and then that leaves opportunity for explosives. So you gotta know where he is, and you gotta know the scheme of the call if you got the quarterback technique or anything like that.
Dante, it seems like the last 3 days you guys do a lot of specific work down the distance, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 3, as opposed to just going out there. What does that do for you as a player, situational awareness, and that kind of thing?
Like I said back in OTAs, Coach Hafley does a great job on park to hole, right? So in a situation, he goes 2nd and 8, and 2nd and 8 in the league, that's get back on track. So they didn't get a positive, run or pass. So they got heavy tendencies of we got to get to 3rd and manageable or 3rd and this. So you get certain type of calls. So when
he got that Kobe tattoo, I can see it. That Kobe tattoo, you got that mama, that Kobe tattoo. Hey, it's in your blood, GOAT status. It's in your blood now. Now you definitely got to ball out.
I give the down and distance and the personnel, hey, it's 2nd and 8. We got to be a little ready for a hunker down on a run. So he's teaching that. So we go into the field. If guys get a pass call from the sideline, you still got to have a run mindset. You see what I'm saying? So he's teaching us the game through the game, especially when I said parts whole.
Your confidence was pretty good last season. Can your confidence get higher now that you have a year under your belt?
Yeah, for sure. I think confidence comes from reps and then knowing who you are and what you're capable of, and also knowing your weaknesses and doing everything to mitigate that. Ultimately, you got an opportunity, you just got to go get it. Like, nobody going to hand you nothing. I've never been handed anything. So I got to go take it. There's competition all around this program, and we're just going to ready to take off from that. So my confidence, is here.
Hey, shout out to Trader, man. I like the confidence that he exudes at the safety position. Even though he's not the best of safeties, he did flash a few times last year. He did flash, so a shout out to him, man. Next, we got Patrick Paul. And then we might do mic'd ups, or I might just go straight into the training camp videos. It just depends. Hold on.
That last play.
Play your best football when it matters. Yeah.
New person to your left in KP, just how do you get them up to speed, especially considering it's an entirely new position?
Kind of just helping him out with any questions he might have, and just speaking, encourage him every day, just showing him how it's done, trying to be a good leader for him, show him how we operate, how we do things, and like what our standard is, so he can just follow along. And he's been doing that. Yeah.
Just how do you get the chemistry? How do you obviously speaking like to doesn't help, but just your chemistry with Saquon, just what goes into that, getting that right?
I think it's just the reps, honestly. We're going to hammer reps every single day, full speed, getting after it. And each day, it's just going to keep building. And it takes time building each day. And, yeah.
Patrick Sullivan and Hafley have said they want to be strong in the trenches.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I noticed some good back and forth between you and Chop.
Yeah.
Is that healthy? Does that show the trenches are growing on both sides of line of scrimmage? Tell me about that exchange you guys had.
Definitely. I think it's me and Chop been going at it for 3 years now. That's my guy. We came in the same draft class. So I think the biggest thing is just competing. And me and Chop, we're always going to do that. Regardless, we're going to go 110% against each other because we're trying to make each other better. So, yeah.
How is the I guess the battle on both sides of the line of scrimmage? Is either side winning? Do you see growth through 3 days from both sides?
Yeah, definitely. As an O-lineman, I'm biased, and I think we're winning. But it takes 11, so just getting everyone on the same page, but at the same time, just competing all together.
What is Proctor's confidence level? He seems like he's pretty confident.
He's definitely confident. I mean, he's big as ever, and he's fast. He's a great football player, and he knows that. So, yeah, he's definitely confident. That's never going to be a problem for him.
You're going to make him go fast.
Yes.
Have you guys noticed that no matter what,
he's full speed. I mean, and I think that just comes from, the way he was playing football in college to now. I mean, Alabama, everyone knows Alabama. So, yeah, he's got it in him for sure.
Had a message from a former teammate. Kendall Lamb told you to lead these men. What does that kind of assignment, that kind of responsibility mean to you in year 3?
From coming from Kendall, it means a lot. You know, that was my big time vet when I came in. So yeah, definitely got to lead them and show them how it's done by example and just doing it every day.
You mentioned progress.
I mean, that left side is tall. 6'8", 6'7". Malik Willis 6'1", 6 foot. How you gonna see on that left side? Only thing he can do is run to that left side. Them boys are ginormous on the left side, man. But hey, I do not want to get rid of Aaron Brewer. I was gonna say we might as well keep on with the trend. You know, a tall center is like 6'7", 6'8". We could get somebody the same height and weight at guard and tackle, just to make like the biggest old line in the NFL. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. You're already halfway there with Caden Proctor and Patrick Paul. If we do this on the right side, I mean, we got Charlie Heck as a backup, the 6'8" tackle. So who knows? We might have the biggest old line in the NFL. Don't mean that we have the best, but we might have the biggest.
Size, 6'7", both of you on the roster. Is
Yeah.
it the shoes, or are you taller than him, or what's the deal?
I think I grew a little bit. I might be 6'8" now. So yeah.
Was there any rookie dinner with him yet, or?
No, not yet. We'll wait on that one. Yeah.
What did it mean to you for Brew to ask you guys to be in the room with him when he officially signed his extension?
I mean, it was great. You know, his family wasn't down here at the time, and you know, we're his extended family. So we went up there for him. It was a no-brainer. So had to be there for him, show him his support. It's well deserved too.
So third camp now, I'm sure your first couple of camps are probably more similarly focused on fundamentals technique. You still do that, I'm sure, but does the third year change in terms of maybe tinkering with drop depth or the way you throw a punch? Do you tinker more in your third year, or is it pretty much the same?
Definitely. I think there's going to be a little tinkering, you know, different quarterbacks, and that's the most important thing when you're talking about that. So yeah, definitely tinkering to how Malik drops. Yeah.
Does it help to have, you talked about your chop going back and forth, does it help to have a rusher that you have like a little bit more familiarity with when you're working on individual variables, how you're trying to execute?
That's a great question. For that, I think it's just, if you're going against someone all the time, right, you understand their moves. They know what you do, you know what they do. So I think it gives more of competition in that sense, because you're really battling. You're finding new ways to beat each other. So with that, I think it's just finding each day, trying to find different ways to beat each other, switching things up. Yeah.
Does he ever say like, "Oh, that was new. I haven't seen that from you before"?
Definitely. Yeah. We always talk about it in the locker room. You know, it's friendly banter always. Yeah.
Is the trash talk game already in midseason form by practice 3?
Yeah. It's there. Yeah. It's there. Slowly getting there. Yeah.
Have you added anything to the repertoire?
We're going to see. I need the pass to come on, and then it's going to get real. Yeah.
Okay.
Just saw
We'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Extension, Brew signed extension for Brooks. I know we're way early for this, but does that ever creep into your mind, seeing the precedent that this front office is setting as you're entering your year 3, and hopefully you get an extension at the end of it?
Yeah, definitely. Those guys, they balled their tails off. So they definitely deserve it. And if you put in the work and put the film out there, you're going to get what you deserve. So yeah, happy for them guys for sure.
Has there been any just funny stories from the running backs? Obviously, you guys are huge. You would get people. Anything funny from them? Just what it's like running behind you too.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just for them. You know, it's going to be a big wall in their face, and then as soon as they see daylight, they just got to hit it. So yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Patrick Paul, man. He's gonna be the backbone of the team this year. Backbone of the team. So we gotta make sure Patrick Paul performs this year. Definitely gotta make sure. Let's go on to the next thing. We're gonna react to Bobby Slowick, mic'd up at practice. You know, he was here last year with Mike McDaniel, but Mike McDaniel got fired. So our new head coach, Jeff Hafley, came in and just, kept Slowick. You know, he probably believes like, hey, he still has the idea of how this Shanahan type of offense still goes. So let's just keep him around so he can continue this with Malik Willis, who just came from a system with the head coach name, ain't it Mike LaFleur or something like that, I forgot, but he runs that same system. So it makes sense for Ryan Slowick to stay, even though I wanted some other guys to be the offensive coordinator. We got Ryan Slug, so hopefully he could bring the best out of Malik Willis. Hopefully, he failed to do that with C.J. Stroud. Failed to do that with Tua Tagovailoa. So now he got to do it with Malik Willis, a guy with a live arm, very live arm. So we gonna see if he can make it do what it do. Let's check him out.
Today, man, we good? I love it, man. We're on the sideline. 3 lines on the sideline. High and tight. AJ, don't turn your shoulder now. Job, Los. We're out. Positions. We're out. Go. There you go, Carlos. You been working on that secretly? Okay. I need you, Ollie. I need your juice. Yeah. Way to take it. Good rep. Bop, bop. Nice. Outside. There it is. Now speed cut. There you go. Good. Hey, finish this rack off. It's a good rack. Keep going. Nice. Good progression. Good job. Hey, good rack, man. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, red jerseys. Keep carrying that over.
You sound like an analyst, dog. You sound like an analyst. But hey, just as long as the offense work, I'm not hating you. I'm not hating against you. Just as long as we put enough points with Malik Willis, we good.
That was good.
I don't
Keep
care who
carrying
you
that
are.
over. That was a good period. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. How you doing, man? You good today? Good to see you, man. Uh-huh. Yeah. Way to be convicted. Nicely. Hey, good progression. Way to go, man. Way to be on time. Good job. Hey, way to read it. Great job. I see you, Drew. Good job. Way to go, 6-0. Yeah, one more over. One more guy over, and it's your ball. That's right. You got it. Good ball on the outside. Just a little more up. You know what I'm saying? That's a tug.
Are you talking to the quarterback?
Keep them moving. Good. There you go. Get vertical. One of the two. It's got to be one of the two. You know what I mean? Easy. Nicely done. Hey, good throw. Way to go up front. Hey, good read, good timing. I like it.
I like that he's talking to the quarterback after every throw, telling him what he did right and wrong. I kind of like that, bro. Sometimes you gotta wait the whole throwing session just to get with the quarterback, So that's pretty cool.
A good spike, right? You can hear it. When you can hear the spike, that's good, AJ. I see you say, dude. Jordan, one of these days I'm gonna beat you.
Hey, shout out to Coach, man. All cool vibes. Now I just got clips of training camp that we're gonna react to and all that.
We got Cam Wolf and Steve Smith Sr. Thanks for watching Dolphins practice today, fellas.
Brett, we just finished practice a few minutes ago, and Steve jokes about how good his arms look on camera. When you were just a deep pass down the field to Kevin Coleman and a wobbler, it was. And a few seconds later, I hear
Me trying you were trying.
Really good veteran wide receiver coach calls you over and talks to wide receivers, give them some wisdom. What was that like? What do you tell them?
That's always it's always tough to do that just because all of these guys, right? I'm looking at here and there's 11 wide receivers. Some guys were drafted back in 2022. Some guys were just drafted last month, right? Last week, a couple months ago. And so I got to be extremely careful on what and how I message it because the generational gap between me and some of these players.
That's Steve Smith with all the receivers. They met up at practice. Talking to all the receivers. You can see Rager on the floor. You can see Toba right here. Who is this? What was his name? Let me check. McCulley, Donovan McCulley, the 6'4" receiver from Michigan. He's right there. Yeah, you can see all the guys here, man, at receiver. Even though Steve Smith, he got a unique personality. He did something with somebody's wife. I could go search that up, but he was a good receiver that the guys could learn from. And I think Malik Washington has a good relationship with him. and models his game after him in some type of way.
To make this squad, to live their dream as a kid. And it's extremely important. Yeah. And Ty Tobin gave me that opportunity, but just trying to make sure that my on TV persona, when there's no mic and there's the camera not really there, that they get the real Steve. Yeah. Right? To kind of be vulnerable, to share with them, and really kind of show that I'm not really that guy that you may see on the 89 podcast or on First Take or Get Up, but that I am a human being and I do have emotions. That's real, and I know they valued it. I saw 3 or 4 dudes give you a bear hug, telling you.
If Malik Willis make this receiving room look that good, man, we got a good quarterback. Got a good quarterback because you see those guys, man. You see, like, come on, man. This might be top 5 worstest wide receiving cores in the league. I like our guys though. I like our guys. Every guy got something they're good at, but you know, and I know that we could do better. We definitely know that.
That's real, and I know they valued it. I saw 3 or 4 dudes give you a bear hug.
Like our receiving room look like you might as well take a shot at Tyree. That's what it look like.
And you think about this wide receiver room, no Tyreek, no Waddle. Opportunity is the word. You know, there's no guaranteed starters in this wide receiver room. You know, from my conversations, 3/4 of the roster doesn't have a guaranteed starting spot. It's just a lot of competition. And so we're looking at Malik Willis, we're looking at this team. And
they said Malik Willis look like Tyrod Taylor. That's what they're saying now. That's what they're saying. I see it, but at the same time, come on, let's see the guy play. You know, do I have to pull up Tyrod Taylor's stat? Do I have to?
They do a lot of what he calls real football. They want to be physical. Like I talked about it in a couple hours ago, they want Malik Willis to stay in the pocket, to force him to be a true passer. And so this version of the Dolphins we're seeing that has been a little up and down for the offense, but the defense has made some plays. They're learning to become the team they hope to be. What's one thing that maybe stood out to you today in practice? Well, one of the things that always stands out, and for the non-football guys, right, and I say non-football guys, is sometimes you come to practice, you say the offense had a terrible day. Let me tell you, offenses 9 times out of 10 in any training camp are gonna have a terrible offensive day because earlier in camp, offense is always behind. There's so many more moving parts. There's so many different things. Defense is always shining, so it will level out eventually, but it always looks bad in the beginning, and that's the.
Somebody gotta look good out of practice. Somebody gotta look bad. You know, defense gonna get their win. The offense gonna get their win. Just as long as it's not consistently one side of the ball that's winning, then we good. But if it's going back and forth, that's showing you something in regards to the team making each other better. You know, not one person getting better than the other side. You know, so I'm pretty sure that's how practice is going. I'm not hearing too much of crazy stuff in regards to the offense compared to the defense. So hopefully that translates into the season.
The way it is created. The one big thing that before we end that I need to stress to people is understand training camp is not about how good you look. Training camp is about how much pressure can these coaches apply and see how you handle it, and will you step up and show up again tomorrow? Absolutely.
Right.
Athletes applying that pressure, and they're a pass tomorrow. Let's go, baby. Chris Johnson, the guy I mentioned earlier, had an interception today. Their rookie first-round pick, really good. San Diego State. Cali, yep. Cali and Malik.
Why he had to do that? Why he had to do that? He had to mention that, huh? He had to mention that, huh?
Willis had a few nice balls down the field. Malik was no wobblers, so they've had some highlights for sure. But we're going to see what version of this Dolphins team we're going to have week 1 towards the end of the year. And Rhett, what you got? Hear me. Eager to hear what you got now.
Exciting young group down there in Miami.
Shout out to Cam Wolf. You know, here I got an old clip of last training camp too. You know, this time we thought we had it with you. That's killing Balaj right there. Who's that? Seki? No, Smite. That look like Smite. Bro, we should have known all along that Brian Flores did not like Tua. Look at how he's standing and looking at Tua throw the ball. Like, oh my God, we made a horrible mistake getting this guy. We made a horrible mistake getting this guy. Bro, what kind of head coach you just stand in the corner docked off in that way? Yeah, he ain't like Tua. He's standing like Tua had COVID and he had to stay 6 feet away. Who was 6? I forgot who 6 was. That Tua with the long sleeve, that boy, he was like that Tua with long sleeve. Hey. That Miles Gaskins right there. But yeah, good old memories, man. We thought we were getting a different Miami Dolphin team when this was happening. We thought wrong. Here goes Waddle. He's been balling out at training camp. One-hander. I never seen him do a one-hander for us before. Never seen it. That easy too. That easy too. All them times Tyreek Hill was hurt and we needed you out there to turn into Tyreek. And we couldn't get this right here. Waddle, we couldn't get this. He could have caught that with 2 hands too. I'm not even gonna lie. 2 hands. Definitely 2 hands. But imagine if like Malik Willis had Waddle right now with the team that we have. That would have been so good for him. Here's a throw to Waddle. Come on, man. Hey, I think we made a mistake. I'm not even gonna lie. Somebody need a drug test Waddle, bro. Somebody need a drug test Waddle. No way he doing this now. What? No way, dog. No way. I knew Waddle was going to do something out there. You know, this is the reason why I think the Broncos might have a chance to win that division. That been happening in all practice for the Broncos. All practice. All practice. I think that's Jared Stidham right here too. Jared Stidham throwing the ball. Man. Watch this. He looks smooth in that orange, huh? He looks smooth in that orange, huh? If you look at the Broncos roster, they loaded. They are loaded. Broncos football roster. So they got Waddle, they got Troy Franklin, Little Jordan Humphrey, Marvin Sims, Pat Bryant, Hakeem Butler. They got a whole bunch of guys in the receiving room. Corley, come on, man. They're deep at running back. O line, one of the top O lines in the whole NFL. Tied in Evan Ingram, Adam Troutman. Decent, not all that. You know, so the Broncos got enough to make it happen again this year. But I'm not a hater. All respect to Waddle, but the Dolphins did what they had to do. They had to do. They had to let him go. They had to let him go. I think Waddle goes for like 1,200, 1,300. That's my prediction. Knowing Sean Payton and what he helped receivers do, I think he can get to that number.
Exactly.
Here go Brandon Jones. He used to be on the Dolphins. And he's gonna speak on Jalen Waddle joining the team.
That's exactly who he was mine. Might be a little faster, which is insane. I didn't think that was physically possible, but great teammate, great person. He just brings a different type of juice. It's a guy that can align anywhere, catch any ball, run any route. Talks a lot of smack too, which I appreciate. You kind of need that, especially during training camp setting. But yeah, great dude, great team. That's exactly who he was mine. Might be a little faster.
All right, that boy Rick said, Waddle is gone. Get over it already. He goes. He got slowly and missed several plays because he got dinged. Hey, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. We're not gonna talk about Waddle. But yeah, we've been talking about him for a minute, but at the same time, I just been hearing some good stuff about Waddle, and just look out for the Broncos this year. That's all I'm gonna say. That is all I'm gonna say. Here's what Brian had to say about the Dolphins training camp when he went over there.
Interruption. Now it was inside run, it was blitz, it was third down, the whole thing. But they literally believe in a big individual period and a long team period. Real football. Like none of these breakdowns like you see sometimes 7-on-7. That's not what Jeff Heffley does. It's very organized. I just got done talking to Caden Proctor, the new left guard, and Patrick Paul, the left tackle, Aaron Brewer. The offensive line got some good work in there today. They're seeing some good players though, man. Zach Sealer, it's good. It's good training, but I thought it was a great day here for the Dolphins. This is day 2 of the Dolphins practice right now. So, out here in the elements in South Florida, the soup of South Florida. It was a fun day. Good watching. But like I said, that team period might have gone an hour straight without a break, without water, without intermission. Like they got after it. Good work day.
Hey, I can respect that. No water, hey. By all means, go for it. But the players might need it, so here's the Bond A-Chain talking with our guys at NFL Network.
One thing for you that you put on your goal marker, saying, hey, if I do this year, if we do this is a successful year for the Dolphins?
For me, it's as far as trying to get the rushing title. That's something I want to do this year. And I feel like if I got the rushing title, then obviously, every game we doing something good. If we're productive, if I'm being productive and, helping my team win, then I feel like as a whole, we're going to be great. And like you said, man, I've been here. We got a lot of new faces. So I feel like, I got to go out there, I got to lead, and I got to show by example. And I feel like my teammates going to follow.
One thing.
Yeah, I respect that. That might be true. If Waddle rushed for 100 yards in a game, Most likely we won that game, in my opinion. Most likely. If Waddle has over 100 receiving yards, most definitely probably won that game. Most definitely. Also, a block punt. I think a block punt increases your chances of winning by triple if somebody from your defense blocks a punt. Go look that stat up. I think it's real. So that's pretty impressive right there. I think A-Chain could achieve it, though. I do think so.
For you that you put on your goal marker, saying, hey, if I do this year, if we do this is a successful year for the Dolphins?
For me, it's far as like, trying to get the rushing title. That's something I want to do this year. And I feel like if I got the rushing title, then obviously, every game we doing something good. If we're productive, if I'm being productive and, helping my team win, then I feel like as a whole, we're gonna be great. And like you said, man, I've been here. We got a lot of new faces. So I feel like, I gotta go out there, I gotta lead, and I gotta show by example. And I feel like my teammates gonna follow.
One thing for you that you put on your
Shout
goal.
out to A-Chain. Hey Malik, don't let them people down, man. When people behind you, do not let them down, man. We trying to see a winner. Don't come and act like you are a franchise quarterback already. Do not let us down. Win some games, man. Win some games. That's what we want from you. Hey, shout out to Rick, man, for the love. Appreciate it. P.S. Love your content. Looking forward for another year with DG. Yes, sir. I'm here. I am here. I'll be doing every day of training camp pretty much. I'll be going out to a few. And, when the season starts, I'll be reacting to every Dolphin game for sure. I do have the capability of doing that. So glad to be back. This is a passion of mine. So expect me not to ever leave this field, this threshold right here. Too much love for the team, and I feel like a Super Bowl is coming. I can't stop until that Super Bowl comes. I cannot stop until that Super Bowl comes to Miami. We need that, man. We do need that. But shout out to Malik Willis, getting accustomed to the Miami Dolphin fans out there. Here's Ali Gordon.
Just behind us all the time. I feel like it was great.
You're a physical runner, so I assume you like that the pads are about to come on starting next practice?
Yeah, I feel like tomorrow's going to be a great day, We all get to get in pads, get to have some quick time, it's one of those days. It's always good.
And shout out to Ali. I think he could be a starting running back at a specific team, a certain team, but he's just stuck in the room with a lot of good running backs. Stuck in the room with a lot of good running backs, especially like a guy like Devon A-Chain. So that's living proof. You look at our running back room, you're gonna see size does not matter. Size does not matter. It's about your heart. Then you'll become the starter, just like A-Chain is. Shout out to Laffy Taffy. There you go, Laffy Taffy. Okay. Getting picks out there. Getting picks, using his mind, not his body. Using his knowledge, not his body. He's not relying on his physical traits to get the ball. He doesn't have to run a 4.3 to get interceptions. Yeah, he just has to watch film. That's all you gotta do. I wish he adds on more size. That's one thing about Taffy, Laffy Taffy. All you gotta do is add on more size, and I could trust him back there as a traditional safety, like a free safety. Strong safety, I do not know. But we got other guys who are capable of playing that strong safety role. But Taffy, I feel like he's going to be an enforcer back there. He's going to be able to recite the plays to the other secondary guys. He's going to be a good guy to have leading the defense. I wouldn't say leading the defense, but, just doing his job. I feel like that's what's going to be his quote. The guy that does his job consistently. Here's the pick by Quinn Ewers to Chris Johnson. Yeah, this is the one on AJ Henning. I think I got another clip of it. I'm not too sure. We got Cameron Good at practice. Been hearing a lot of good things about Cameron Good. Fighting for that open edge spot that we got right now. The only solid person I think we have on the team is Chop Robertson, probably. Maybe Ojabo. Who knows? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Once I get my eyes on those guys at practice this upcoming week, I have a better feeling in regards to who's gonna make it, who won't make it. Malik Willis hits Tutu Atwell on a deep 20-yard crosser that he takes. That would have been a tackle. But that was on who's number 8? Brent? I think number 8 is Brent's, right? Let me check. Yeah, Juju Brent. Come on, Juju. He ran straight past you, Juju. Straight past you, Juju. Trader looked like he got a little bit faster. I'm not even gonna lie. He got a little bit faster. Caught Tutu Atwell coming around the corner. Even though he got that edge on that, he is safety doing his job, stopping the guy from making a touchdown. He probably would have got tackled on that one. Here they're showing the discipline that they had at practice today. Running little gasser. I don't think I've seen this once during a practice with my big Daniel. I do not think I've seen this once. That's what happened when you go to state. This is what's going to happen. You're running gas. Here's AJ Henning. Like I said, balling out. Blue. Doing it consistently, too. That was Cam Miller throwing him the ball. It's crazy, man. Like I said, he might make that practice squad spot, but if somebody get hurt, you can easily get moved up. Easy to get moved up. He is an impressive receiver. Impressive pickup for the Dolphins at receiver. We needed receiver help, and we definitely got that now. The guys doing push-ups after practice. Love to see it. Here's the linebackers and linebacker drill. Here's Tua throwing that ball to Coleman. Touchdown. Gone. Yeah, Kevin Coleman, he is a speedster. Little speedster. Speed demon. Like I told you, man, they comparing Malik Willis to Tyrod Taylor. I see it, but I don't want to claim him as Tyrod Taylor because, like, let's look at the stats of Tyrod. Tyrod Taylor. Oh, he's on the Green Bay Packers. What a coincidence. The team that he left. Okay, Tyrod Taylor. An okay career. Played on a lot of teams throughout his career. Had his best years with the Buffalo Bills, up north team. Interesting. But he got drafted into Baltimore, so he probably got acclimated to that fall weather. That's probably what happened. But now he probably don't even care where he goes, just as long as he's able to get opportunity, get his hands on football, he'll go. But Tyrod Taylor, I see it, but I don't see it with my QB1. I see it, but I don't see it.
To the growth. When I first watched tape and I
He's
actually saw
Kyle
the
Lewis.
difference, and I just got addicted to the growth. Just got addicted to seeing how much of advantage it gives you when you watch so much more tape than what you're actually just expected to watch. It was definitely like a 2-year process, and my coach had always like just put me on different ways on how to dissect the football game into, just variables and graphs and charts and really just learn how to use the computer. As soon as I learned how to use the computer, then everything that I ever wanted to look at was in my hand. It's definitely a restart, I could say, because
Smart
NFL is
guy.
really different from college in terms of the spacing and the yard marks and all that. And always just gotta keep that in account, keep the personnel account and everything. I'm just relearning everything all over again. When I first watched tape and I actually
And shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Marco wearing the number 21. A lot of good things to look forward to. I do not know why I say this. I do not know, man. Um, it's getting late, guys. I went over everything that happened at practice. Just a recap. Um, Malik Willis had an okay practice, but defense went back and forth. We got a few turnovers. It seems like Taffy and Dante Trey are going to be the starters at safety. On the outside, it's going to be Brent and, excuse me, Chris Johnson. Um, so that's a pretty good DB room right there. Linebacker, I don't even got to say the name. You already know what's going on. And with our defensive line, I feel like the sky's the limit. Just as long as those guys reach their full potential, we could definitely make something happen with our defense offense. Our infinity stone is Malik Willis. You got to make sure he's functioning, and doing what he has to do. And if he does that, he's going to help the whole team out and change our reality because the power of the quarterback position is that itself. You could be the difference between your team winning a championship or your team just winning one playoff game. Simple as that, you know. But we're definitely going to see. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow reacting to more stuff with the Dolphins. Hopefully, we could find some more clips, though. Hopefully, we can find some more clips. I'm pretty sure they should be on the internet. But if not, I'll make it do what it do. I'll try. I'll try. But hey, man, if you guys have anything else to say, just put it in the comment right before I leave. You know, just let me know. All right. Seemed like nobody was saying nothing, but let me get the outro ready. But yeah, once again, man, you already know what it is. It's DGE, Don't Forget Entertainment, and you know it's your boy DG, and I'm gone.